Hi guys, so if I sound irritated and defeated right now, it's because I've already filmed this video, and I filmed another video, and then after I filmed both videos, I realized that this video and half of the other video did not have any audio. These were both very long videos, so I'm gonna try to get this done quickly so I can hopefully get this posted tomorrow, because I'm supposed to post a video tomorrow, and just based on my own posting schedule, and I'm not sure if I'll get it done in time, because this is a long tag. So anyway, I'm doing the Great Outdoors book tag. I think this tag was created by Holly over at Lovely Day with Holly. I was tagged by Kat over at Cat Stories. Thanks for the tag, Kat. Let's get going. What was the last book you read outside? I read, I had to look this up in the last time I recorded this video. If I seem also like I'm, Gentleman of Her Dreams, that was it. If I seem like I'm going quick, it's because, again, I've already answered all these questions, and so it was Gentleman of Her Dreams by Jen Turano. I literally read this outside a couple hours ago because I wanted to make sure I knew what the answer was for this tag. All right, show us a book cover of a beautiful nature landscape. I know it's weird colors and stuff, but come on, look at this copy of The Hobbit. It's so pretty, and it's a facsimile first edition. So I think this is what the original edition, like the first editions, looked like. And of course, this art is done by Tolkien. And so, yeah, this is gorgeous. Name a book you love that has a strong nature element. I have God of the Garden by Andrew Peterson. This is a memoir, but it also has lots of talk about gardens and trees and stuff. So, yeah, despite being nonfiction, I really liked it. If all my entries are short, again, it's because I've already done it, and I don't want to do this again, but I want to get this done so I can post it tomorrow. So, name a book you like where some part of nature is a character. I have At the Back of the North Wind by George MacDonald. The North Wind is a character. This is like an allegory, and not fully confident on what North Wind is supposed to represent. It's something about obviously it's some Christian thing, but it's like wisdom or something. Like North Wind is, North Wind. Where's your favorite outdoor reading spot? We've moved in here not too long ago, and so I don't necessarily have a favorite outdoor reading spot right now. We have like a wooden swing out in the back, like a two-person swing like you would see on a porch, like a porch swing, but it's freestanding. I guess that, because that's like the only place to sit outside, so I guess that. Name a book with a nature word in the title. I have To Dwell Among Cedars by Connie Lynn Cassette. Cedars is obviously trees, which is nature, so yeah. Name a book that actually taught you something about nature / animals. I don't know. I guess technically my biology textbook and chemistry textbook in high school and college, but like I can't think of a for fun book that I read that did that. Not to say there haven't been any, I just don't remember them. Can you think of a book of survival in nature? In this book, Alon Book 2, Insurrection, there's two groups of main characters. One of the groups is trying to get from point A to point B, and they're like on the run, and so they are trying to do that in the wilderness, because this is like medieval fantasy, and it's also winter, so yeah. Do you have any nature-themed bookmarks? I don't know, probably, but I recently threw away a bunch of bookmarks, or what I used to count as bookmarks as a child, and I also don't use bookmarks very much, so. Name a book that reminds you of each of the 4 seasons. So for spring, I have The Secret Garden. I hope I don't need to explain why. Secret Garden with this terrifying child on the cover. Like, that illustration is just horrid. Which Mary is horrid, but still. And then for summer, I have 5 Children in It by E. Nesbitt. Doesn't explicitly say this takes place in the summer, but like it feels like they're on vacation, like they're on summer holidays or something. Again, it doesn't say it's summer, but it really feels like it is. And they dig the saw meat out of the sand. So again, the beach, that feels like the summer too. So yeah, 5 Children in It. Alternate answer, The Story Girl by Ellen Montgomery. House at the End of the Moor by Michelle Greet for fall because it's very gothic-y and there's like mists and it just feels very gothic. I mean, the house being and gothic feels like fall to me. Wool Soldier by James R. Hannibal. Do I need to explain why this feels like winter? I don't think so. All right, moving on. What is your favorite outdoor activity? I don't really like sports, so my answer is, I guess, swimming. I haven't been swimming in ages, but I used to really love it, so I guess I'll say swimming. Man, it has been very long since I've been swimming. Like, very, very long time. Yeah, wow, it's been a long time. I need to go swimming again sometime. Do you think you could live off the grid, implying both the electricity definition as well as the lack of social interaction? Electricity, I could probably make it. Or no, the other way around. I could probably make it with the lack of social interaction, but not the electricity. I like being a modern girly with electric lights and running water and Wi-Fi. Yeah, probably not. No. List a book for each of these settings. Desert. So for desert, I have Horse and His Boy. Are we shocked? No, probably not. Ocean. I have the Flight of the Raven by Morgan L. Bussey because I mean, there's water. I don't know if it's specifically the ocean, but like water is a big part of this story, so we're gonna say that one. And then for Jungle is next. I don't really have an answer for Jungle. I had a fantasy I thought took place in the jungle, but it turns out it was just a forest, and I misremembered it being in the jungle or like in the tropics or something. Yeah. So my only answer here is the Jungle Book, which I haven't read, but that's the only answer I got for you. Next is Air, and for that I have Knife by R.J. Larson or R.J. Anderson. Because this is about fairies, and so they fly. I wasn't sure if space counted. I had some sci-fi that are in space that I thought might count, but since I wasn't sure, I didn't say those. And then Mountains. Every time I was trying to find a book for this, I read that as Mountains Gandalf, like Bilbo says it in the movie. In in Fellowship with old Bilbo. For that, I have Mysteries of Udolpho by Anne Radcliffe because Castle Udolpho is in the mountains. Yeah. And gothic-y feels like mountains just feel like they go with gothic stories like that one. So, name a book where weather is a major element in the story. I have Veil of Winter by Melanie Dickerson because they're trying to go get help from another kingdom, and I'm pretty sure they get snowed in at one point or something. Like, I remember it being snowing and them having to go into this cabin that they didn't know who lived there. So, we're going to say that one. Name a book with a strong snow/cold setting. Okay, for that I'm just going to go with Christmas Carol because it's set at Christmas, right? There's snow. Which would have also been a good answer for the air prompt with the I'm mortal and liable to fall scene. But anyway. And then name a book with a major wildlife theme. I don't really know what this question is asking, really. I don't get it. I'm gonna go with, I guess, Ilion Chronicles because Tyra the Wolf. That feels like wildlife, maybe. I'm not really sure exactly what this question is. So hopefully that's a good enough answer. What would be your ideal climate to live in? Honestly, where I live now, I like that it doesn't stay cold for very long and that it doesn't snow much. I like snow, but not on the roads and not when I need to go somewhere. I like that. And I don't like how hot it gets. If you ask me in July, I might say something different. But for right now, I like living here just fine. I like that we do have some semblance of each of the 4 seasons. Not long for fall and spring, but we do have something of them. So I guess here. What season do you read the most in? I don't think my reading changes very much based on the season. I feel like it just doesn't. Yeah, I don't think I changed very much. Am I just coming off of a several months long reading slump? Yes, but that was several different months in multiple seasons. So I don't think that should count. And then what animal do you think best represents these 5 genres? Romance. For romance, I want to say like a bird, like a dove or something that feels very romancy. or honestly like bluebirds like in Cinderella. Those also feel very romancy. Horror, I'm just gonna copy, I think Holly is the one who said bats. I'm just gonna copy Holly and say bats because yeah, that feels very that feels very horror. Um Fantasy. Well, the next one is historical, for which I'm gonna have to say a horse, because obviously people got around by horses a lot. So I guess for fantasy, even though horse also comes to mind very quickly, I'm gonna say unicorn or dragon. I know those are not technically real animals, but they're a dragon is on the flag, like the Welsh flag has a dragon, and Scotland considers a unicorn real enough for it to be its national animal. So I'm just gonna go with those. And then contemporary, I don't know, a dog. Actually, last time I filmed this, I came up with a. I don't like dogs very much, and I don't like contemporary very much. But the exception is romantic suspense. I do like romantic suspense, and like canine dogs are also part of West romantic suspense. I feel like so. Yeah, that feels like that's a good connection there. And then, what book do you hope to finish before the current season is over? So I guess I'm gonna say Man Who Was Thursday by G.K. Chesterton because this is the only book I'm reading right now. No, well, that's not true. I'm reading Gentleman of Her Dreams. But that's a novella that's like 80 something pages, so I'll definitely finish that one. I'll definitely finish this one too. Basically, I've not started any of the other books that I need to read for the month, so yeah. So I guess technically that one, but it should be finished this month because I'm reading it for Anne's Reading the Classic Challenge. All right, tag some friends is the last question. This was so not as long as my last one. My last one went 18 minutes almost, and this one is nowhere near that long. So apparently when I have to do a video over again, I don't talk as much because I just am done. I'm done filming. I would like to be done, please. So anyways, I'm gonna tag some friends. I think I will tag. I know I just recently tagged you, Kelly, over at Bookish Kelly, but I'm gonna tag you again because this feels like the kind of tag you might like. I don't know. And then I'm gonna tag Anne from In Search of Wonder. And I had one more person last time I filmed. Who was the other person I tagged? Am I just gonna sit here and try to remember who I tagged? Probably, yeah. I had 3. Oh, Shannon over at Old American Spirit. That was it. All right. In the comments, if you feel free to answer all these questions in the comments, or if you don't want to answer all of them, specifically tell me a book that reminds you of each of the 4 seasons. Also, ladies, if you don't want to do the tag, obviously don't feel pressure or anything. All right. Please like and subscribe, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.